I'm going to take you through the data cycle and how that might look from the R side of it. So I'm going to work with a database preloaded for you guys. So I just loaded it, and then I'm going to view it. So it's the CDC database. Looking at this database, considering my data, I'm going to think about my research topic, and I'm going to ask a question. So my question was, how does gender impact height and weight? Okay. So the first thing I want to try is I'm going to make a dot plot, a XY plot to be specific. So let's make this XY plot. So I'm going to select it in here, and I'm going to hit run. Well, let me click this button to get a better view of it. So wow, that's a lot. So maybe I go, maybe I get an idea of things, but I think it's just too much data. I want to have a little smaller sample. So this is going to create a sample of that data. It goes and it says basically, take this table, choose 300 records, and when you do, don't put them back in. Don't replace them. So I'm gonna run that. So I have now created, if we look at in the environment tab, let me make that. See, there's my CDC table, and there's my CDC data frame table. It adds one variable at the end that basically says this was where it originally was. It was originally in here. So now that I have that, this big again so I can really get a good view, I want to now facet again based on gender. I'm going to say, okay, cool, I get a general idea, and this might be the one that you're looking for, but I'm like, I want them to be grouped instead. So I would take the facet away and replace it with a group. So I'm saying these two things are related from this database, and I want to group it by gender. So I run it, and there you go. Now they're on top of each other, and there's color. So it's basically made a dot plot, and then I colored the ones that were female blue and the ones that were male pink. So that could be the one that I want. So I'm going to export it, save it as an image. Okay, and then it's going to open it up here, and then I could copy the image and paste it into Google, or I can save it, like saving image as. So now that I've done that, maybe I come up with a new question. I say, okay, well, how about age? How does age impact this data? So now I'm going to try to come up with a few ways to look at how age impacts this. So let's start with faceting it by age. Here we go. So there are some 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, and 18-year-olds. And this is one 13-year-old boy who's in here. So I say, okay, I really don't see that much. I'm really having a hard time understanding what that means. So what if I tried, instead of doing the facet by age, what if I faceted by gender and I grouped by age? So that would look like that. And it's still kind of hard to really understand, not really getting the idea. So there's a couple things I could do. I could export this data. So this is how you would export this as a CSV file. And then I could import that into another statistical program, anything you might feel comfortable about. I might do another video where I talk about how to do Desmos stuff. So if I hit run, that puts that in the files, and then if I click here, I can export this, download that CSV file, and I could import that into something else. And then here, does grade impact height? It's just too much, and I want to have a little more focused. So I'm going to focus on just the height. So I'm going to create a histogram faceted by grade. So maybe I want to think about grade instead of age. I think there's just too many age numbers. Let's just think about grade. So here's what histogram looks like for 9th graders, 10th graders, 11th graders, 12th graders. So 9th grade height seems to be fairly symmetric. 10th grade height seems to be a little bit more concentration in the middle. 11th grade height it seems to be a little bit left skewed. And then 12th grade height, it's even more left skewed. But maybe I'm just not really seeing what I want to see, so I want to use a box plot. This is how you do a box plot. This means that I want to separate my box plots based upon grade and then I'm going to use the whole CDC table so let's take a look at this box plot. This is all the CDC data. So this is my 9th graders, 10th graders, 11th graders, 12th graders. Doesn't look like there's a substantial difference or really a trend, not that I can see. I do want to export this one though. I say, okay, well I want to actually now look at weight. So I'm gonna then do the same thing I did, box plot, weight, but then I'm gonna do, let's do grade first, see what that looks like. Okay, oh, it looks like there is kind of a trend. And then I want to see even more. Let's take a look at age. And then yeah, this is 12, 13, 14, so this is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and I actually kind of like the grade one, since I was comparing height before with that. So 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, I'm not 100% sure what this one is. I think it might be either the overall or an unlabeled. Might be the NAs. I could go through and I could remove that from my table if I'm unhappy with that. So I'm going to export this. Okay, so now that I have my plots done, maybe I didn't save each one individually, so I want to actually export them all in one big zip file. I could do that. Click them, hit export, and then it's going to save a zip file. If you don't know how to open that, you could just download each one separately, and I can import that into my presentation, use it as I need to, and then I can always refer back to the code here. So if I want to maybe include in my presentation what code I used to generate it, and maybe these notes will help me know why I generated it. Another thought is when you're saving these files, you save them with why, what they are. That I didn't do that, but that might be a helpful suggestion. But that's kind of the data cycle process in R. You're going to be doing it probably a little slower, right? So that's why it's important to keep notes. You're going to be talking back and forth with each other. Oh, I think we should do this, we should do that. That is how to do the data cycle with R.